We have to understand that we have a broken understanding of suffering, and that broken understanding of suffering comes from our broken understanding of good and evil, right? It's a broken understanding because we're not supposed to have it, the knowledge of good and evil, right? And that's why God told Adam and Eve that they're not to eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So one of the side effects of the knowledge of good and evil is that we mislabel things and situations and people, even people, as one or the other, right? And that's one of the reasons why we're not supposed to have the knowledge of good and evil, because we don't have that eternal perspective that's necessary to go along with the knowledge, right? To be able to call something or somebody good or evil. We don't have the perspective or the vantage point to see something or a thing start to finish, right? So we're not qualified to judge something in totality as good or evil or good or bad. We need a higher perspective, and only God has that, right? Only God has that higher perspective. The closest we get is hindsight, right? And that's after we've gone through something, after we've gone through a whole thing, then we can look back and assess it and see the whole thing and say, okay, we can properly assess it, right? That was good, that was bad, of the whole situation. And then even hindsight hindsight is still partial, right? Because it's not equivalent to the foresight and the oversight or even the insight that God has. What I mean is that we live within time, right? So we're in a lot of ways we're trapped by it. We're confined by the parameters of time. But since we're in it, we can't see out of it, right? God exists in eternity, so he always is, always was, always will be. He's the great I am, right? He's not trapped by the boundaries of time. So he has that higher seat, the higher perspective to see all the time at once, right? He can see a thing in totality. He can see start to finish. And that's why he's the author and the finisher, right? Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. He's qualified, truly qualified to judge a thing, a whole thing, as good or evil, right? Because he sees what we don't see. He sees the whole, right? The whole person, the whole story, the whole thing, right? We're in it. So we can't see out of it. And we only see the thing for what it is, or the story for what it is, the person for who they are at that moment in time, right? We don't see the whole. So we're not qualified. We don't have the seat to judge or label anything as good or bad.